going on? What's going on? Back at it with another live stream. I am Beowulf. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. Big, crazy news. A lot of things to talk about. Let's get the people in. We'll start all chit-chatting about it. First, Kelb. He's here. My computer had to do an update, which took literally 45 minutes. Took so long. I was just sitting there like, oh my God. It said 2 minutes left. And then it took 50 minutes later, it still said 2 minutes. I'm like, because last time I did the live stream, I didn't do the update. And this time I was like, well, I have to do it because there might be some issue. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of cool things. Jet ski related. Yeah, no, because it took a while to get all this stuff with the update. Well, crazy news. There is some river in Michigan that there's a sighting of a crocodile. Like, no joke. The DNR can't find and catch it. That is crazy. It's the crazy thing. I remember back in the day, being in the Midwest, they had this place called the Reptile Swap, and there was people selling like baby Nile crocodiles for like $150. It's kind of crazy. It's like Nile crocodile's so big, and then somebody lets it go. It won't probably survive the winter, but it's still crazy. And somebody's out there swimming, and there's a crocodile in Michigan, of all places. That's pretty intense. And then there's new GP1800R merch sitting right back there. Once we get more people in, I'll bust it all out so everybody can see it. It's not on the website yet. Kelb says, I got to ride my neighbor's Yamaha today. Can't wait till I get one crazy different compared to my Seadoo. There's a pretty big difference between the two. I guess there was a tornado touchdown on the beach today. Pretty big one. Myrtle Beach. I think it was in North Myrtle Beach, like just happened 6 hours ago. They're Nomadic Hermits. It's good evening, Wolf. Good evening to you too. It's like a crazy storm. It's like unbelievable. I wanted to go riding yesterday, and we've had a couple cold days, and now it's back to being hot and humid out, but it was like crazy. The temperature really dropped. It's pretty well. Now it's all back to normal. We just have all this rain going on. So I've had if you guys haven't seen a lot of the last couple uploads, I've been pretty crazy. There was this like super rare Ferrari boat. We got to run it. And then there was Matt. What's up, Wolf? What's going on, brother? Then there was a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, hit the like button. Appreciate it. Kelb said, it was crazy warm out today. He said, I surfed and rode my jet ski. Great day. Nice. Ethan says, yo, Wolf, what's up? What's going on, brother? Person named Swedish Ostergotland. I don't know what that means. Says, what jet ski is the best one to buy if you're new to jet skiing? That's a good question. I would go with something that's like, if you're new, you've never been on a jet ski, obviously I wouldn't go buy the fastest things. You work your way up. So you kind of go, I would look at like a Yamaha or Kawasaki. And first, I think fits what in your budget, because everybody can't just go buy the most expensive stuff, but it's not always the most expensive, what they're getting. But definitely, get something that's like either the lowest level or mid thing. You can always upgrade at a later time. That's the best advice to somebody's new to the sport, because definitely you don't go out something so quick and you're like, it's not the same as driving a car. Sean says, go 1800. The Nomadic Hermit said, when should these skis start hitting the dealerships? I've been told now they can be putting orders in, and Riva Motorsports said my new GP1800R will be at their dealership in a couple of weeks. So the GP is for sale if anybody's interested. If not, I'm trading it in no matter what. So it's not going to sit there and wait. So if you want to get it, I'd move on it. Don't wait. Yes, I'll start. Maybe we'll show it twice because I don't want to be sitting there just going on about stuff and then finally get to it. So we did like a new. So these aren't on the website yet, right? So these will be coming up, but then we redid. Check out how cool that is. So it matches if you have the 2020 GP1800R, and then we redid a whole new back. Check that out. Looks pretty cool, huh? That's the new back of the shirts. We actually took it from the idea is the lower, let's see what we can get it. The lower graphics is basically where it came from, is the idea. Because originally, I don't know if you guys can see. Well, no, I'm too, it can't see. That's what the difference is. They're on the website, but now whatever ones are in stock are going to be the old design of the backs, and all the new stuff is going to be this. I think it's pretty cool. I'm really feeling this. So then the cool thing is, so these backs, whatever the front color of the shirt is, the colors will change with that. So they'll be, and that's always how the shirts have been. And then people have been asking about this. There's a Super Jet hat coming out soon. But then we got hats that will actually match the 2020. Don't judge the coloring in this because it's like a webcam and the lighting's like super bright in here. So this will be the one matching the blue, white, and black, the 2021 GP1800R. And then the people who go out and buy the black and green one, you got to matching it. And you can't. The lighting's terrible right now because the green, it doesn't even look like it looks like it's yellow. It's actually green. The green's the same like we use on the SXR 1500 hat. Yeah, so these are two hats. They should be up on the website. I have them in stock too, and they'll be up on the website hopefully tomorrow or the day before. So there's a bunch of stuff. But the hats are on there. So if people still have Seadoos, I still have RXTX and RXTX hats. And then whatever the Seadoo merch, whatever's on there, once it's gone, it's gone. So if you want to get your hands on any of that stuff, tank tops, T-shirts and stuff, I'd move on quick. And I filmed a video yesterday riding with the first time using the new seat, and I'm telling you, I'm really impressed how this thing was handling and stuff. And it looks super, super sharp with the new seat, especially when you had it out in the light. Man, it's on fire. So I actually I'm a little sad about selling it. The Nomadic Hermit said, I got to sit on one, though, never had one. Kelb said, nah, go VX 1.0. Or if you have other boats, go VX 1.8. Nomadic Hermit said, rode some rental junk a few times, but never top ski. You basically, it's the best way to describe these. So if I've seen people where they go, they have a nice ski and they go on the rentals and they complain. You should be able to ride anything. It's like new cars where they got all this backup sensors and sensors everywhere. And then if you ride a car that doesn't have it, like a backup camera, you're like, oh, you got to be used to riding anything, to be honest. Caleb said the Nomadic, the VX line is probably the best bet. Check it out. Yamaha VX series. Sam says, I have a 2020 VX SVHO. What do you need to do to winterize the ski? I'll probably do a whole video showing that soon. It's not that complicated. Sean says, I'm a 3X brother. I don't know if you have got a size. I looked. I could check the shirts. The bigger the sizes, the more they cost because of the extra material and stuff, but I could check. I have to check, but it probably could be done. Sean says, sweet hat. Kelp says, sick. I got some of your merch. I'll check out it after the live stream. Yes, all the new stuff isn't on the website yet. It'll be up either tomorrow or the day before. I have to take pictures. But I think the new hats turned out really cool. I'm really liking this. So, you know, you could already be fresh having the matching hat. Or if you don't even have the ski, you could be already matching with it. And see, you can't see. So this one's the one where it's a white, yellow. And the webcam, you can't even tell. It looks all white. All the photos are on there, but they're all really, really cool. And I'm really feeling this. I think the colors look pretty cool. Then you look all fresh. Like when you go pick up your new ski, you got the hat already on. So you take a photo with it, you look all good. Michael said, good day, mate, from Victoria in Australia. Can't wait to get out of lockdown and get out on the water and go for a blast. Probably burn up 2 tanks of fuel. So you can't go out then? So you're not able to go out in the public water then with everything going on? The Nomadic Hermit said, I really want a nice one leaning towards a VX Cruiser Limited, but my wife loves the purple on the 2021 RXTX. Yeah, I'd stay away from that stuff, man. Stay away from that Seadoo. Buy whatever makes you happy. Cart said, do you suggest any special vests for the GP1800R? Really good ones. I'll put their link in the live stream. Let me type it up. All the gear I use, jettribe.com. I'll give them a shout out. Jettribe.com. Awesome gear out there. They usually too have some stuff that's like discounted, but they got some pretty cool mentioned stuff in there. Swedish Ostergotland said your life, YouTube are better than someone else who tries to copy you. Keep up the great YouTube and YouTube Live. Yeah, there's definitely a poser on here. It's a copycat poser. He's a sellout, copycat, and a poser. And we know he tunes into every live stream too. Cart asks, how long does a full tank last you on your GP1800? I could ride kind of multiple times, but I don't ride for hours or stuff. You know, usually I ride less than like 40 minutes or so. So I could basically go out like 3 times. It just matters how fast I go. The Nomadic Hermit said, yes, Seadoo has some scared, but the old lady just sees the purple and goes, oh yeah, like the Kool-Aid man. Lynn's asked, when are you expecting your GP1800R? We're hoping for December in Australia. Riva Motorsports, I talked to the guy a couple of days ago. He said it's going to be here in a couple of weeks. So he said originally the rep wasn't saying till late October, November. And he said the rep, like some other dealer did get one because they must have just put the order in because all they had is one. I forgot what dealer, some dealer down in Florida. They put one order in and then just showed up without even them knowing. It was like in a crates. Because he told me like the VX SVHOs were going to come out, the 2021s were supposed to come out first. And he said that they're not even out yet. It's kind of crazy. So they put the orders in real quick and said it shouldn't take that many weeks. So pretty excited. But the thing that's messed up, well, it's not messed up. So the Superjets are made in Japan. I was hoping to pick up both at the same time because Riva Motorsport, it's not that far of a drive. It's a drive, but it's not that far. So I had to make 2 separate rides, which is probably fine with me anyways because I didn't really want to haul the dual trailer up there. So I'll make it a lot easier, going a lot faster, just pulling the single trailer because I have a single trailer for a stand-up, the Triton Wave trailer, and then I got a Triton LT trailer besides the Triton Elite trailer. kind of glad now I have all these trailers, so I can swap around with stuff. So can't beat that. So it's happening soon. Kelp says, don't forget to like the live stream, people. Yeah, definitely hit the like button. It really helps with the traffic of videos and stuff like that. I know there's a couple of people that just love tuning in, and a couple of little haters hitting the dislike button. That doesn't bother me. If that's what somebody wants to do, I'll still keep in best content jet ski related. So doesn't faze me one bit. Swedish said, no manic hermit. Your wife will not be happy with the purple Seadoo sinks. That is probably 100% true. Caleb says, yo, Nomadic, don't get a Seadoo. I don't have to deal with that. Yamaha is way better. This is coming from a Seadoo owner. Definitely too, man. I spent, there's some people that just don't want to believe me with some of the Seadoo stuff, but I actually paid on my own money. I spent like, what, $120,000 on Seadoo products. And wasn't a happy Seadoo owner. Nomadic Hermit said, yeah, Seadoo owners have to stay up on maintenance apparently, but they have carbon ring is better now. No, the carbon seal is not better. That's a total joke. Just because they say it's better doesn't mean it's better. Matt said, after a blow-up valve and the ECU reflash, what's the next mods you recommend for the new GP? So you're talking like the new one, or the 2021 up, or 2020 to 2017? Some of the ones I really liked was like the handlebars, Riva Racing handlebars. I felt that really transformed the ski. I think like the seat cover, jet trim with the like grippy material, it gives you feels a little bit more better ride. Then you got their the Riva sponsons obviously don't come looking like that. That'd be like a cool thing to do. The intake's not like a must. You don't have to do that. It does sound cooler. The work racing exhaust, I like that because it was really easy to, you don't have to cut anything. And that was pretty worth it, but it's just a lot louder. So if you're, I think the handlebars, that makes it look cooler too. Seat cover. I got a bunch of, if you go under my playlist, there's a bunch of how-to videos, or you go under all the Yamaha GP1800R playlists and you can see all the videos, but the how-to show what, all the skis when I did like install stuff. The Nomadic Hermit says, Seadoo look better to me, but I want to ride, not wrench. Well, that you might be just being stuck there, man. They got there's the whole video where one's brand new and they has to be towed back and they're not even out yet. Swedish says, can't believe Seadoo. Yeah, I can't believe Seadoo either. It's Nomadic Hermit said, the marketing hype, new carbon ring material is so big. Well, they outsourced it, where they've had issues for a while. Actually, if you look on the one where the one sunk, the video I did, there was somebody who commented from Australia and said he bought a brand new, I think it was an RXTX, and just had a couple of hours on it, and it sunk from the carbon seal. So you see so many people, and then you can roll the dice, buy whatever makes you happy. But man, when stuff goes wrong, don't be complaining to me. All right, you've been warned. You've been advised. Michael said, we still in stage 4, can't even go 5 kilometers from the house unless to work purposes. It's been crazy. Hopefully a month be able to hit the water. That's crazy. I seen one thing. I have like a news source where I see some stuff, and they did say the coronavirus is like mutated in Texas, where it's different than the rest of the United States and stuff. It's a lot more dormant and deadlier than before. Who knows? I mean, the reality is, well, all different. Like, I think, not to get all about that stuff, but I know like Spain has had their second wave, and like the UK has all these different things going through, and I don't know. Then I saw today, Florida, the governor like took away all the Florida's had a lot of cases, and then the guy's like, well, let's just take everything away to make sure the businesses boom. Why? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Let's talk positive stuff. Let's not even get about that, you know? Sam said, do you sell your cell phone cover on an Amazon site? Looks cool. Is it what? It's not waterproof, but it's a tactical. It's on there, but they're not waterproof. But I can tell you, you can drop it and it won't break. Man says, sweet, thanks, Beowulf. So let's see what does Swedish say. Tell your friend about subscribing to I'm Beowulf and get him to 10,000. We can help this happen. Yeah, I appreciate that. People can do that. Michael said, what's the exhaust note like on the Yamaha GP1800R? Well, stock, it's super quiet because it's restricted. And the work racing, the reason I didn't go with the Riva Racing, well, first off, we'll get to that's a cool thing to talk about, which is not knocking anything. If you do the through haul, right, basically, if you have insurance and something happens to your ski, you could be actually dropped because you put a hole in your hull. That's the first thing. It's like a car. Like, think if you put a giant hole in your car and then like you go, oh, cover me under my insurance, you'll be dropped. Plus, 2, you'll lose your warranty on your ski with doing that because you put a hole in your hull. So if you have a warranty, that wouldn't be the smartest thing. Doing the free flow exhaust. Well, see, the problem is if you do the Riva one, the free flow exhaust, you have to cut the box with a part with it. So you can't, if you can't put it back to stock. Then with the work racing one, free flow, you can actually put it all back to stock if you decide doing it. So let's just, I know somebody who bought their Riva Racing has the best stuff, but I'm just telling you from what somebody told me. Somebody bought the free flow exhaust on their GP1800R, cut it, didn't like how it sounded, then had to buy all the stock stuff again because it cut the stock stuff. So, you know, the problem is you got a hole in your hull. There's no going back. And actually, I tell you that because it's the rubber type of hose of what's used in the work racing, then like Riva Racing, a lot of their exhaust, the metal pipe, like there was a really loud drone noise or just really loud with the Seadoo that would get annoying after a while. So Caleb asked, how hard is it to put the new seat cover on? Well, I have all videos. There's a third video or a second video with installing this one, but there, just got patience. You can take your time, but there's a whole video with it. Sean says the GP hull is fiberglass, right? Yeah. I mean, to me, like cutting in your hull, like you already got one hole in there. Why would you put another one? That's just my opinion. You're in the water. That's like you're making. See, your ski's gonna have 2 holes. I just don't like. Technically, somebody could like if you sold it to somebody even after the fact with that, it could just be a lot of problems. I would avoid that. And you can do whatever you want, but if I wouldn't do it, and I could buy this stuff, so I mean, it's not like I can't afford it. I'm just telling you, from my opinion, I don't think it's worth doing. It's the free flow exhaust. If I was racing the ski, if you're like, it's not being ridden ever, just racing it. That's what the thing's made for. It wasn't made for like people just to have fun on the water. That's what some people have to realize. But it's not knocking work racing. Riva sells free through hull exhaust. I mean, the other thing too is when you do it on the GP, you cut through the hull through it, then you lose one of your tie down loops, and then you could put it somewhere else. But again, too, it's like I do a lot of long distance riding. I want to make sure that ski is strapped down. Cole said, watch out for fiberglass dust getting in your arms. Cut the hole because it sucks. It gets out on your ski. Yeah, and that fiberglass, well, first, you don't want to breathe that stuff in. You want to wear a mask and stuff like that. Yeah. Caleb says, what mods do you have planned for the 2020 GP? Well, I don't think they've really announced stuff. I think they're still messing with fitting and stuff. So kind of a lot like what's already been done, I think. I think the for sure first thing before riding, I'm gonna have the blow off valve on it. That's like the most important thing. Nomadic Hermit says, what does Yamaha use instead of a carbon seal? Yeah, I did a whole video showing that when I had the Seadoo showing the comparison, but it's not even the same thing. I mean, it's funny. There was somebody on a Seadoo, and they're like, I saw a Kawasaki, a 2004 Kawasaki sink, and I was like, I told the guy, I was like, yeah, you're talking about a ski that's 16 years old. It'd be like talking about a 16-year-old car and be like, I saw a 16-year-old car broken down on the side of the road. What? Yeah, obviously that would probably happen. It's just funny. Somebody, all the Sea-Doo people are like, I've seen a Yamaha sink. Man said, what about the water box with the free flow? Does it make a huge difference? I have the stock water box on it. I never did the water box because if I kept it and did more stuff, I'd probably do the water box. But there's a whole step you'd be going through all that stuff, and I would avoid doing that. I got put that bug spray on. Like literally, I come out here. I don't know what comes biting my legs. I mean, it was nice when I came out here a couple days ago. It was a little cooler, and there was no bugs biting your feet. Here, I'm ready to write down now what state or country they're from and what jet ski brand they own. If you don't own a jet ski, put down what jet ski you would like to buy. I want to see all those down at the bottom. Cole says New York State, Yamaha VZS. Man said Sea-Doo, Georgia RXP 260. Man said Polaris. Kelp said, do you see the Yamaha post with the Superjet graphics? It look ski. Do you have any plans? Yeah, definitely. There's like a whole custom thing. There's a whole plan. Either the whole goal is the nose. It looks like an orca. Either the whole Superjet's gonna have an orca theme. I really don't know until it gets here, and then we can figure stuff out. There's some custom graphics on the side. I'm gonna possibly be doing on the SXR 1500. Matt says VX put deposit down in the new GP SVHL. Awesome. I think the new GP1800R is going to be cutting edge. And that's the whole reason I'm selling my GP to go buy the new one. Plus, I think there's a lot of stuff that you got the screen on the dash and all that. I think it's going to be a good ski. Luke says, really want an old ski 2019 RXTX. Love the videos, mate. Thanks a lot, brother. Kelp says, Seadoo GTI, trying the VXR or better. Hitman says, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, black and green GP1800R on order. Sean said, let's see, it looks like too much work to ride a stand-up. It's, well, the hardest thing, if you guys didn't see the videos, so my steering cable somehow bent. I think it's been like that since I bought the ski. And I really found once the videos coming, once it got fixed, that where the ski was like a lot different handling, like a lot better. Because there was like one video I turn it and it wouldn't turn, I went flying off. So I think the hardest thing I've been riding the stand up since day one, where something's not been right, which has made it a lot harder to ride. Because it was crazy. It was like kinked right up at the top, like where it connects to the pole. So it was like, and in those videos, I couldn't even turn right. I'm like leaning to get the thing. It was just a joke. Luckily, it's all fixed, and like I couldn't believe it. Glad it happened when I was in the Midwest instead of down here where somebody will eat you. It's not easy. I think if you're gonna buy a stand-up, definitely try it before you get it, because it's not. That's why I think a lot of people buy them. Like I think a lot of people buy the SXR 1500 and they get it. They find out it's too hard, and then they sell it. But then if somebody who's ridden stand-ups their whole life, they'll be like, "Oh, this is a piece of cake." It'd be like, like it'd be like somebody buying a bicycle and somebody's riding bikes and does like BMX, and then somebody gets a bike or a bike and they're like, forget it. It's like it's a lot of work. It's fun though. I had to tell you, it's the biggest rush because it's just there's so much more mentally you have to be at to ride one of those. Then like you just gotta sit down and you just go, like that. SXR is just everything, or just a stand-up in general. It's just there's so much more mental you have to be doing it. Matt said, do you really like stand-up or sit down more? Personally, like the stand-ups. I like the stand-ups. It's just the hard thing here is that we just got like, alligators and sharks. And like, when you go out there, they're going to be out there somewhere, and you might be where they are, or you might not be. I mean, it's just, like this one spot is the best place to launch. I keep seeing a gator there all the time. So it's like, you're going there and you're like, all right, here we go again. So it's definitely, I always make sure, I'm always really making sure that thing is all working before going out. But it's one of those things that goes to your head when you're out there. I mean, something's going to happen. I mean, the same, you could be in a car and somebody could hit you, but accidents, well, out here accidents happen all the time. I mean, it's a very bad comparison. I don't know, if you go somewhere, and let's say there's a place where there's tons of bears, right? You see bears. You keep going all the time. You're going to finally have an incident with a bear. I mean, this is the reality. That's what's going to happen. Lynn said, Sydney, Australia, 2018 GP 1800R SVHO, waiting for the 2021 GP SVHO. Awesome. I think there were some people in some past. I'm just trying to try to read everybody's stuff, but if I miss stuff, I'm sorry if I miss people. It's just like you get onto this and it gets a little backed up where it gets confusing. Sean said, I like to watch you ride a stand-up with a limb missing. That wouldn't be cool, man. I would like totally suck. You go out there. I think it's fun. I like going it. It's definitely going to be, when it gets really cold, I'm going to get like a really, 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 really good wetsuit, like one of those dry suits. I plan on riding the SXR and the Superjet like all year round. It could be 40 degrees out because it does get like that for like a month and a half. I'll still bust it out and get out there and go. And the good thing when it gets that cold, the gators are all hibernating, so they're gone. So we only have to mess with bull sharks. But it's crazy. The guy does all my tattoos. Last year, he told me this was in the winter. So there's a swing bridge where it's like from when it gets to the brackish water to the salt water. And there was a tiger shark where these fishermen saw way up in the fresh water, like nowhere, like way farther up on the intercoastal. So that's like the kind of crazy thing. It's just not the bull sharks. You might have a tiger shark. I mean, stuff, they're hungry. They're all gonna, you got to remember when you're going out there, and everywhere else is different. But, you know, you got to remember, you go out there, and if an animal's that hungry, you never know what they'll do. Kelp said, yep, right until it ices up. We don't get, well, it's so-called canned snow here, but I've never seen it snow, which is kind of good. I mean, snow, I'm done with like snow and all that kind of stuff. Matt says, you ever jet ski in the Great Lakes? Never done the Great Lakes. I was that last trip. I was planning on doing it. It just was a lot of stuff going on. Kelps, are you done coming out the Midwest? Man, there's no warm. You barely have any warm weather left. It's I'm done. Midwest. It's a long drive. It's like a 18-hour drive. So done going up there. I actually spent the trip. I was up there longer than was planned. I was planning to just be there for a week. And with this whole, you guys will see. Tomorrow's video is gonna be pretty crazy. And if you might have got a little sneak peek from like a month ago with the Instagram stories, but tomorrow's video is gonna be pretty crazy. You guys are gonna be like, holy cow, wow. It's a crazy video for tomorrow. Somebody asked, how much do you sell your CD for? I can't say that, man. I don't like giving out prices myself stuff. It's kind of private. Caleb asked, does Jet Tribe sell wetsuits? Yep, it's on their website, jettribe.com. Really good stuff. Sean said, at least you sold it. Yeah, but they think if I didn't sell it and the new RXTX came out, you could have got more money for it, or you couldn't have sold it at all. I know a lot of people at Seadoo has been trying to sell, and they're like, how did you sell it so quick? And then some people have ones with like a lot newer and lesser hours, and they're like, we can't sell them. Because I'm like, you gotta be realistic on the price. Swedish said, what should you look for if you buy a used jet ski? Well, first thing you want to do, get underneath it. You want to check out the prop, see the condition of what it looks like all underneath there. See if there's like any rust, you know, just in general. Check the oil on it. Just look all around it. See, you know, with this, you know, to me, every ski you're gonna buy used, there's gonna be little kind of dings or something, because obviously you're docking it. So I mean, if you think you're gonna buy a ski and it's gonna be perfect from the outside, then the person never even used it. If you use your ski, there's gonna be a couple of marks. You want to check the oil. I bought the SXR 1500 with not even riding it. Like, I just bought it. And the crazy thing, the battery's dead and they couldn't get it started. Well, I think somehow we got it to somewhat fire up, I think. But I almost bought it without even starting it up. But because it was late and I got a really good deal on it, I was like, I can't pass this by. But I wouldn't do that again. The hard thing, test driving it, I would be the same way. If somebody does not have the money in hand, I wouldn't let somebody ride something before I'm selling it. So unless you're serious and you have the money, then you go ride it, because you don't want to be, you know, I don't know. I think some people would be picky. I'd be picky too. But I would be looking at, you know, like, well, if somebody does, like, for example, myself, I do the work myself. So, I mean, you wouldn't have like sheets with service records because you didn't pay somebody to do it. But you kind of want to know the history, You know, just look it all over, see if anything's loose, make sure everything works. I think pretty much that just sums it up. Cole said I bought a 14V VZ without a water test, but it was mint condition. Yeah, some of those, some people are picky about the water test. I would be too. Luke said, looking forward to the new video mate was mainly the reason you sold the RXTX. It just there were a lot of stuff with like the build quality. There were so many issues going on. Like I couldn't tell you how many people like the hulls were cracking because they were using plastic in them and stuff like that. I don't know. Just the whole thing around. I just think that there's stuff that just like, for example, when the 2020 RXT came out, they made the hulls thicker because they had issues with the 2018 and 2019. It's just that Seadoo, as much as it upsets people, they're not all there. And there's some other stuff that people from Seadoo have told me that I won't make public because I don't want to have those people get fired for what they're doing. But there's more stuff that if I was really a jerk, I would say it. And because I'm not a jerk, I wouldn't say that because I don't want to see some of these people lose jobs and stuff they have. But there's some stuff that you'd be like, wow. But I think I did a whole video talking about this before when I picked up the the GP1800R was such a better ski over the RXTX. I mean, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, Sean said it. Ever since you started talking about Yamaha, everyone is selling their Seadoo. I'm screwed till next season. Laugh out loud. No, it's crazy. Is literally when I sold my RXTX, I was like one of the first people selling it, right? And then all of a sudden you get this stuff just got flooded. You roll on Facebook Marketplace and it's just flooded with RXTXs for sale. There's some people that barely even wrote it. Like, I don't want it no more. You know, it's just that speaks itself. You know, like it's funny. There's a lot of Kawasaki skis. They're hard to find. Like if you want to find a 310R used, good luck because it's not there. Those people don't want to give it up. They get it and they like it. Even the GP1800Rs, I think there's a lot of people selling them because they want the new ones, right? And that's where you can snag a good deal, you know. Yeah, but that's the one thing Seadoo doesn't realize. I was an asset that they treated like garbage, and the reality is the truth hurts, and people will realize that there's gonna be a lot of people leaving Seadoo going to Yamaha and Kawasaki, like a lot. Might upset some people, but I'm just, you know, like I say, the truth hurts, man. Let's see. Caleb said I went 1 to 2 on skis without water testing. Luckily, it was just bad plugs and one bad one. The Swedish asked, does hours make a difference on a used jet ski? Well, I think yes and no. There's some skis they could go is if you take really good care of stuff, there could be a lot of hours a ski could have, right? Like for example, like the GP1800R. There's some people that didn't put a blow-off valve on it to protect the supercharged clutch, and people hit 30 hours and their clutch is gone. I've never had an issue. GP's always ran like a champ every single time. You go out there, you ride it, and it comes back, and it rides exactly the same. I never go out there and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's all going on? And that's the one thing I really, really, really like with the ski. Then the Seadoos, it was like if the temperature wasn't right, the thing would be acting up. You had the intercooler always getting oil in it. That was like really annoying. Then you have to run. You have the dipstick. I've talked about this gazillion times. You have to have it at the halfway point. It just like, and if you're over that, then it's performance change. It's just like all that kind of stuff. It's like, who wants to deal with that? I had at one time with the RXTX, one of the coolant lines popped off, so I was like dead in the water. All the coolant came out, and you can't even ride it. You know, luckily I wasn't too far from from the boat rant, but it wasn't like you could even go get it fixed that day. And then like the coolant they use is like you can't just go buy any kind of one. Just stuff like that. It was just annoying. And that's why I tell people all the time. If you want to buy a ski and you want to go on these like safaris, that's what I call a safari. When people want to ride for hours and stuff like that, don't buy a supercharged jet ski. Buy a naturally aspirated. See if you're planning to be just riding around all day long. That's just my opinion. If I was going on safaris, I wouldn't buy a supercharged jet ski, but that's just me. Cole said, piece of plastic garbage. Sean says, yeah, I know. Luke said that, K. Swedish said, glad to have Beowulf to tell us the truth. Some YouTubers don't tell the truth since they are paid to say positive things only. There are people out there. There's people, I won't say names because I'm not giving this guy any shout outs, but there's a plenty of people on there that people don't realize they're getting paid like on their websites advertising. So if they obviously don't say what's supposed to be said, then those people are gonna lose their money from advertisement. That's the kind of thing like that I just not into because that's where you're a sellout because you're basically saying whatever the person wants to say. I think that's messed up. Luke said, thanks for the heads up. Sean said, that's right. The truth does hurt, brother. Definitely. I tell you, that's just stating facts. And those people are copycats or they're sellouts. The music industry, when a band, you know what you call them? They call them sellouts. They just care about getting the money instead of speaking the truth. And to me, I like to speak the honest truth because Yamaha, I'm not talking to anybody in corporate with Yamaha, and I don't care because I don't even, to be honest, I don't even want to deal with that stuff because if they're obviously, they want you to only say what they want to be told. And to me, I like to speak the truth. I've owned all the brands, try different things. I spend my own money with it. I don't sit there and get freebies and stuff like that. I like to speak the honest truth to somebody who's actually going out and spending their own money buying stuff. There's a lot of people doing this where they just get, a ski to use once or twice and they don't even own a jet ski. And I think I don't even know why people would want to listen to somebody's opinion when they have stuff like that. But that's just me. I'm just saying. Cal said, I'm personally a huge fan of the Yamaha's 1.8 naturally aspirated skis. They're definitely nice. Like somebody want to buy the GP1800R HO, it's a really good ski. Yeah, we're not getting that. Sorry, I'm going to delete that guy. We're not giving that guy no shout outs. No shout outs to that guy. The guy said some pretty nasty stuff about me too. From what I've had subscribers tell me, so the guy said pretty nasty stuff. So I think that's kind of messed up because I'd love to see somebody say that to my face. Swedish said Seadoo would be a better jet ski if they had you test them and help them better. Yeah, it would be, but I don't think they want to listen to anybody's opinion with that. I think they're a one-track mind with stuff. If you're looking on speed, supercharged. If you're looking at going riding around, I call them safaris, non-force induction. Kel says, yeah, the NA skis will do about 65. That's fast. And it's fast. Sean said, you're solid wolf. I just speak the truth, man. I have fun doing these. Nobody's telling me what to do to say these. I have fun with this. The whole thing of this is fun. To like that, I sit there, I wrench on the skis, I ride them, I edit all my own videos. I sit there and I do the whole show. The merch goes out, I ship it all out. There's nobody, there's no middleman with it. I'm doing the whole show. There's a lot of stuff. I wake up and there's a lot of grinding. It's like you going this and you going there. And it's like do the whole thing. I don't sit there and depend on anybody with doing that stuff. So, and that's the harder thing is when you do the installs and you have to talk and you have to install and you got to film yourself. Man, it's just it's a lot of work. Charles, I heard Yamaha storage gets wet. I never get stuff wet, but also too I have a dry bag. But there's never stuff gets wet. You got to remember you're going in the water though. Lindsay wasn't talking crap. We're just not giving that the person posted. We're not giving them free shout outs. Cal said my Seadoo storage gets wet. Seal is trash. Charles, thoughts on the 2021 lineup for Seadoo? I did a whole live stream talking about that before. I just think they're trying, but they're not trying hard enough. You got the new RXTX. I did a whole live stream talking about that where it's being towed in by another RXTX because it stopped working, and the skis aren't even out yet. And then the funniest thing is Seadoo is just paying like crazy advertisement. They're like trying to reel in the fish, man, with the bait, and they're like, oh no, people don't see this. It's funny. I don't want to get a whole rant about Seadoo. We've gone about that, the whole rant. I don't even want to get onto it because it's just negative vibes. I don't want to be getting out. They're not the best brand. If it was me, I would not spend my own hard-earned money again buying a Seadoo unless there's a whole big list of stuff they have to change, which I guarantee you they will not change. It broke. There's people trying to act like the Seadoo ran out of gas, but it's funny, the original post somebody sent me that I copied, the video got deleted. So and Sean said, great, I can't sell mine until you do quit talking about it. It's definitely going to be, the hard thing is it's just flooded with the amount of Seadoos for sale. I mean, buy whatever makes you happy, man. If somebody wants to go buy a Seadoo, go buy it. But just don't be complaining to me when stuff doesn't work. I know it's what usually happens. I get all these people messaging me all the time claiming all this stuff that's not working, how unhappy they are. Charles says, I'm confused why Seadoos are so bad on fuel. Like it's actually so bad. I drive like even 10 miles and burn 1/4 of the tank. Yeah, the fuel and mileage on Seadoos, every Seadoo I've owned that's supercharged is like terrible on gas mileage. Just a joke, a total joke. Kelp said, yeah, so many Seadoos and no Yamaha is kind of frustrating. Sean said, people need to know. Yeah, and that's the thing. It says like, there's some people like that last video or a couple back when that person's RXTX sunk, and it's like you hear watch the video, listen to those people's comments. They own all that stuff. 2019 RXTX, they brought it out for the people that come there. It sank, carbon steel. One of the guys who was on the RXTX 2020 supercharger exploded, which I've shown plenty of live streams with photos of that people sent me. And then his sunk, not in the video. And then the other person had a 2020 RXTX, and then it sunk. And then you want to believe about they fixed the carbon seal? Go ahead and believe. Like, don't be that gullible. Just because somebody goes, oh, we fixed it with a different material. And you go, everybody's like, oh, yes, yes, trust them. Yes, yes. No, don't believe that stuff. Cole said the Fish Pro is just a GTX with rod hold. It's the Fish Pro is basically RXTX. It's just like that's the crazy thing. It's just here you're having a ski that's like a bunch of different skis in it. It just doesn't make any sense. Charles asked the RX or the Spark is fuel efficient. No, I have to say Yamahas are really good. Well, anything's fuel efficient by how you hold down the throttle. I mean, you could have anything and your wide open throttle is going to be bad in gas mileage. But if you're buying for fuel, like that's the funniest thing. There was this whole video that corporate Seadoo did, and they're like the 300 engine. They're like, it's our fuel efficient engine, and it's so bad on gas. But I'm just like, how could you? Like, where are they speaking stuff that they're like thinking this is like legit? It's so funny. Sean said the new RX-T is so big, so well, bro, it's ugly. Well, the new RXPX looks literally almost just like the RXTX. It's just like literally before you can tell the difference, and now when you look at them, you're like, you have to be some expert knowing what it is. It's just like pretty wild. Everybody I know, it's funny because everybody who sells, like works on Seadoos, works at dealerships, tell me all the time how they just like can't stand the brand, but they like it because people keep on coming back. It's kind of funny, but I don't want to get on this whole Seadoo rant. It gets annoying. If you do on the Yamahas, you put the blow-up valve on it, it really helps save that. It's like seriously a mandatory thing you should be doing. Crazy thing too, wants to get off subject for just a second. Selling, I think it's Wilmington, North Carolina. They're filming right now the new Scream 5 movie. It's pretty cool. It's like basically like an hour and a half away. Maybe if I figure out more stuff going on and maybe drive up there, probably you won't even see anything anyways. You won't see Ghostface running around. I think it's pretty cool. There's a bunch of movies that were filmed in North Carolina. I think Iron Man 2 is filmed, parts of it filmed in North Carolina, Wilmington area. It's pretty cool. I follow a bunch of movie stuff, so it's right now there's no movies coming out. It's like I saw Tenet. I think it's Tenet. Oh, I saw that movie theater. That was a pretty good movie. I think it's Tenet. And it was like crazy. We went to a movie theater when I was staying with my parents. We went to this whole movie theater. It's just me, my dad, and my mom, and nobody else. And we had our mascot. It was like very weird. It was like we came there and like you pre-bought the tickets. We only went because nobody else was in there because it's one of those assigned seat theaters. We come there. They already knew who we were because literally we were the last people to come there. And it was the wildest thing. But it was a really good movie. I mean, if you go, nobody else in the movie theater, because they had all the seats like taped off, where you remove the tapes to know it's cleaned and stuff. It's the cleanest I've ever been in a movie theater, and this was the nice movie theater. It was definitely kind of weird. Charles, how many hours in my Yamaha? It has like 40, low 40s. And do you still have your Seadoo? Man, the Seadoos are sold months ago, brother. You're late to the party with that, man. Way late. Seadoo is long gone. somebody asked what happens when this clutch goes, and then Cole already said you don't get boost and high RPMs. You'll know when something happened. I'll answer a couple more questions probably, and then I'm going to get on. I actually haven't even had dinner yet. I'm getting a little hungry. Sean asks, how cold does it have to be for you not to wrap? Well, that's why I said I'm going to get a dry suit. So I got all the Jet Tribe wetsuits, and everyone knows when it's 40 degrees. I can tolerate it, but I want to be like comfy. So I get like different boots, and like something for like dry, like totally extreme is what I'm going to get. For sure, I wear a helmet no matter what in the winter, no matter what type of riding. And definitely I wear it in the winter just so your face doesn't get so cold. Charles says, what's your schedule for your live streams? Oh man, I at least try to do 2 or 3 a week. Usually I give an update on my Instagram. If you follow me, you follow the Instagram stories, you get some type of thing. Or the best thing too, you hit the bell notification and you get notified and you get an alert when the live stream starts. So the one thing I like when it gets in the wintertime, when it's super cold, nobody's out. So it's like totally like probably one of the best times. But then if you break down, nobody's out there. So that's kind of like it's a double-edged sword. Charles says, I feel like you're always driving your Yamaha. How does it barely have any hours? Because like I said, all the riding I do is under 30, 40 minutes. So basically in hour stretches, I could go like 2 videos and not even have an hour on the machine. I plan it all out. I don't feel like cranking on the miles is like a must to be doing. I really try to like ride a lot different. Plus too, you burn so much fuel. So I just try to like kind of like, because it just drags on. I mean, you're filming a video. Like I had videos from Lake Geneva a little bit longer because of you know, like the lake's so massive. Plus, like to somebody like to myself, if you've never been there, Lake Geneva, it's like super wealthy, like the homes and stuff like that. I think it's cool showing like the whole thing of like everything going on because it's like it's a lot to take in. Kels, they just wrote a 2015 Yamaha today with only 40 hours. Charles says, do you have anything that rust from saltwater? You have to do all this stuff after riding. If you go in saltwater, like salt away, all that kind of cleaning supplies is on my Amazon store. I'll put the link. Link to that is amazon.com/shop/I'm Beowulf. Damn it, man. This mosquitoes. I have mosquitoes. Like I'm looking down. It's what's biting my feet. It's like this mosquito is just chewing up my feet. I'm like feeling like my feet are just so itchy right now. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And it's like this one mosquito just is like biting me nowhere else except for my feet because I'm in sandals. Oh, I'm like sitting there like focusing on my feet because I'm like, ah. Oh my gosh. Mosquito's like, I got him. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, I had to laugh. That's the thing I can't say. That's what's so funny. Oh my God, this is hilarious. So Ricky goes, what's up, Beowulf? Pro Rider said there's no sinking problem with the Seadoo. Just take care of your ski, and that would be good. Can you address that? And then Caleb says, The pros that are riding Seadoo. Yeah, I wouldn't listen to any of those people. That's what I'm saying. There's stuff I can't. I don't want to say it because I don't want anybody to lose their job and stuff. But oh my God, something like this. If you're asking too many questions, Brody, too many personal stuff, man. Yeah, I wouldn't listen to anybody from Seadoo giving you advice. Anybody who's like on the payroll with Seadoo, I would not be listening to anything they have to say. They're being paid to be told what to say. They go to work, and if somebody's having their website paying, Seadoo's paying to advertise, or one of those brand ambassadors, they're being told what to say. They are not being honest. They're not giving their opinion. They're a puppet with the strings. They'll say, pull your arm up. The person pulls their arm up. They say, pull up the other arm, pull up the other arm. That is just what it's like. There's nobody getting invited to those things where they're giving their honest opinion about anything. I can guarantee you that. And if you think they are, like, man, like, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, it's funny. A lot of people don't. Let's give a shout out. Brian Baldwin, he's a main sponsor. Well, he's sponsored by Yamaha. He's sponsored by Riva Racing. And the funniest thing is he used to be a Seadoo racer, race for Seadoo. The guy hates Seadoo so much because he couldn't stand how unreliable they were. It's funny because it's just like, you hear all this stuff from these people, and it's just hilarious. Yeah, look at this. It's like the bad Yamaha Seadoo Kawasaki. Who was the best? And I got this really good natural mosquito spray, and I'm like, hey, I'm being bit wherever it's not sprayed. I should have, like, usually I come out here, I don't get it, like, where I'm just getting, like, eaten alive on my feet. I think the next one is going to be in my office. It's going to be like this, man. I don't want to be like, it's like I can't even focus. All I'm being is like, feet are getting eaten. Oh my gosh, that feels so much better. Sorry. Woo! You're like getting bitten where you can't pay attention to your feet. All you're feeling is your feet being like, pew, 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 getting hit. Yeah, I had tears in my RXTX seat. Were like goofy spots. They were like, it was terrible. Best seat to get is a jet trim, no matter what. Seat's crucial if you want to have a better experience riding. Getting a grippy material from jet trim, hands down. If you got looking for one like this, what's hard to tell because everything. You call and you got a GP and you want to get one like this, you call Jet Trim up and say you want the Beowulf edition seat. They'll know exactly what it is. Oh my God, this is so funny. You believe, here's the Ricky goes, the Seadoo 2021, the carbon steel ring got better, much better. How did it get better? Where's the proof? Where did you see it? Just because they said it, you think it got better? That is just like, seriously. It's just, people shock me when they see that. Another reason to use a jet trim seat. Don't, just because they said it, you're going to believe it. Like, if they even brung it up, it shows, because they lied. They said it was 2019 was the only issue. It's been an issue since it's always been a carbon seal. It's nothing new. Only way it's fixed is that the carbon seal is taken away and the design's different. And they can't do that. They financially can't afford to come out with a whole new bottom end hull. So we just said made in Mexico carbon seal. Yep. Like a subscriber, he sold his Toyota Tacoma, bought a Ford Raptor. Again, a Ford Raptor. Their transmissions are built in Mexico. Thing has all these transmission issues. Brand new freaking truck. And it's like, it's built in Mexico. Nothing against Mexico, but I'm just saying, like, you imagine if you spent, here you're buying a ski that's under 20 grand. Imagine buying a freaking truck that's like $75,000 or more and it's not working. You can't even ride anywhere. Why would you spend the money? That just doesn't even, to me, I would be like selling that thing and moving the heck out of it. That's why I wouldn't. Well, the crazy thing too, well, I think they might have chosen it too, but because originally I almost bought a Ford Raptor, newer one, before I bought the Jeep SRT. And the crazy thing is the first couple of years, I think they changed it, but the first couple of years, Ford was using the F-150 Raptor was using plastic oil pans, and they were having like catastrophic leaking all out of it. It's like, man, that's crazy. And you're spending all this money for stuff. It's kind of mind blowing. You have to really look into it and see stuff. It's starting to rain again. Yeah, that'd be so funny. Just wait till they sink. Kelp said, just waiting to see a 2021 Seadoo sinking can't be like. You'll buy it. They're just trying to. They're just so into selling it. There's no way it's changed. Because then if they changed it, then what about everybody else bought one before, which is the same ski? Think of it. The new RXTX, the bottom half is still the original, pretty much the same design hull as what it was before. So they fixed it. I think Bait's probably in bed or something. So if they fix the issue, then what about everybody else who bought the ones? It is really raining. Before, I don't even want to get arguing about it. If you think just because you believe somebody said something, go. That's just foolishness. Yeah, he's a no-show tonight. I don't think he turns in when there's late live streams. Let's see. I'm just looking at some past ones up here. Pat said, I rode my friend's GTX 230, and I liked it a lot. I'm ordering a 2021 GP SVHO, though. Charles says, what do you think about the new display in the GTX Limited? All it is a Seadoo dash. It wasn't designed for the Seadoo. It's just stealing from other designs of their stuff. I think that still hands down that Yamaha is the best. Yeah, you guys can hear the rain. It's funny because the new dash, somebody was posting on Instagram, and this guy thought it was the new RXTX dash. And I'm like, dude, it says in the video that it has a heated glove box. And the person's like, no, it's it. I'm like, why the heck the Jets gave a heated jet thing? And 8 months ago is when they released the Seadoo with that dash. And yeah, somebody's no, don't worry. That Ricky's just sitting here, and we're not giving that guy plugs. Charles says the Watergate Journal is such a joke. He's getting paid to say why he says about Seadoo. Yeah, somebody told me I don't watch his stuff, but somebody said his live stream he has to stop to check his phone. Says a important phone call. Probably Seadoo. check it up, telling them what to say. I think Lynn's asked, what do you think about the auto trim of the new GP? It's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be interesting because a lot of stuff, like when I ride, I have to constantly be paying attention because I change the trim. Like when I'm going through turns and I really want to get the thing to nosedive underwater, it has to be the trim down low. So it's kind of hard when you're constantly playing around with that going in and out. So if the auto trim really works, it might be something really cool. Time will tell. Charles said, what do you think about the speakers and the Yamaha? It's way better than Seadoo. So the new GP1800R is the only way you can get the speakers if you pre-order it with it. You can't add it on. But then like the Yamaha FX series, you can get the JL audios with as an option with the subwoofer on it. I hands down would tell you that would be, if you want the best audio system without something doing aftermarket, that would be it. I did not. I was the first person to do an install video on the speakers when I had the RXTX. Got like over what 60, 70,000 views. I did it with no manual. I figured it out on my own. And at the end of it, after a couple of years having it, it got annoying. There was rattling over time. It actually could. It was impossible to get. I want to actually, before selling, I want to take them out and sell them because of how much they were. I couldn't get them out. I was like, I'd probably break them if I got them out. So that's kind of aggravating too. So if they stop working, you couldn't even get them out. Yeah, he's one of Marco says block where he's a troll. Yeah, he's one of those little, we won't say his name. Everybody knows who the guy is. So he's one of his cronies, probably. Yamaha is good, man, and I tell you, I'm not asking for anything for Yamaha. I just like to go out and have fun and let skis rip and stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited though about the Superjet coming out. Really excited. I think it's be cool. I think what I'm gonna do is keep both the stand-ups on the Triton Elite trailer, just because it'll look cool with like photos and all that stuff. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Is just keep them both on there, and I'll move the new GP onto my single trailer Triton trailers. What I think I'll do, because it'll just make it easier. You could do a lot more stuff talking about the stand-ups when they're both together, instead of being like, well, one's here on this trailer, one's there. We'll just keep them both on the same trailer together. Kelp said, coming from a current Seadoo owner, you'll be happy with the Yamaha. They're definitely nice. Be interesting if Kawasaki in the next year or two will change the 310R. I think there's a chance of something happening. Swedish says, you really have a nice garage. Very nice. Really nice custom paint. Did it all myself too. Didn't pay somebody to do it. Definitely got it where it looks real custom. Real nice lighting I installed in. Super bright LED lights. The crazy thing is, like, look at the lighting. Like, come here to like there. The lighting just like, it's really bright in here. You wouldn't even think you're actually in a garage when you come in here. I got the garage door open. Really nice lighting here. I actually think these colors, I got leftover paint. I think I'm going to paint my office the same color. Same idea. Caleb says, yeah, I like to see Cowie do some new. Marco says, Yamaha blue fired. Also, the only thing holding 310R back is the hull design. It's terrible for the top speed. It would be cool to get one on the channel with doing stuff. I was looking at getting one, and if the Seadoo could have sold sooner, there was one. It was before it'd be like the jet ski frenzy came out with everybody buying new jet skis. There was one. It was like really marked down. It was like a 2019 leftover. Really good deal. It was in Georgia. I had to wait to sell my Seadoo before I could do anything, and that was like a little bit too bad. But it's probably for the best. I know there's a lot of people that were previous Seadoo owners. There's so many people who have left Seadoo that it's just like, maybe we should do a whole video. Like you DM me on Instagram, tell a truthful story of like horror story you've had doing a Seadoo. Maybe I'll do as like a whole, like I'll read everybody's complaints, and we'll just do a whole live stream just talking about that. Maybe that would be like the truth. You have somebody give their testimonial of why they left Seadoo, and that'd be kind of interesting video to do. Kelpson trying to leave Seadoo. But we all can be different, all ride different things. Some people are just diehard Seadoo people. Some people are diehard Yamaha. Some people are diehard Kawasaki. Marco said, will Kawhi ever make a 350R to compete with the Yamaha? I don't. Who knows what Kawasaki will give some shots at them. The marketing department's not that great. They came out new 2021s that nobody even like knew about it. So the color changes. They did nothing to market it. It's just like, it's here. It's on our website. It just, that doesn't make any sense. But they could just do stuff different. The hard thing is plus two. With a lot of stuff going on, they kind of have these like big dealer meetings and stuff because all going on. It's pandemic. Well, even when you saw that video when my dad would let me drive my GP1800R and I was in the SXR 1500, I got him off the line a little bit. And then the problem is that like he just caught up real quick. But off the line, actually the SXR is faster than the GP. Yeah, but I got some new parts to install on the SXR 1500. Might knock it out this weekend. Oh man, here comes that mosquito again. Where do you go? He's like, I'm not taking your feet down. Now I'm going for your hands. It's like one mosquito, the lone mosquito, the lone warrior. Marco as the intercoastal still flooded. Actually, I was out there yesterday, and it's pretty high up there. It's pretty high up there, and it's been. I'm shocked how high it was. It's not like crazy high, but it is up above where it normally would be at. You could tell a difference with it being up there. It didn't really seem like there was really any debris. I might go out. I don't really ride on weekends, but who knows? I might ride Saturday or Sunday. I don't know. I'll have to see. All right, so I'll answer a couple more questions, and then I got to dip out, guys. Going to dip out. This is going out tomorrow. I think because it's raining, then it's just like it brings these mosquitoes out even more. Marco said, "Have a good weekend, Beowulf. You guys too, man. It's cool doing this. I was hoping to do one yesterday, but it didn't happen." Sean says, "Yeah, good night, bro. Be safe. You guys be safe too." It's not. Sean asked, or not Sean. Charles said, "Why is the speed wheel thing so broken on a Yamaha?" Well, first off, let's get stuff straight. The GPS on the Seadoos aren't even accurate. I have a handheld military GPS Garmin, and it's off. So when you think you're going top speed, you're actually like 3 miles per hour slower than that. Second, the speed wheel is just the dream wheel. It's not accurate. So you replace it with a GPS module, a couple $100, or you just have a handheld GPS if you want the most accurate thing. All right, one more question, and I'm leaving. I want to make dinner. Marco asks, "What's for dinner?" I think I'm cooking some type of chicken thing. I don't really know. I have to look in there and see what I had to actually cook, not heat something up. So it's gonna be like, I have to still spend another like 35 minutes cook my meal. Kel said, "Thanks for another great live. Catch you next time." Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate guys coming in. Sometimes there's like these are kind of last minute things. I don't give any like the only thing is I give like a message like sometime today, like today. Instagram like sometime today. I don't know. Like it just all happens. That's kind of why I like these. I like these to be like boom, 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 just come out and just do it. Not like there's some plan thing. I don't send any messages to anybody. It's just whoever tunes in, tunes in. That's part of just the fun of it. Marco says, "Thanks for the always great content, bro. Appreciate it, man." Mirez says, "Laugh aloud. My name is Marco." So every time he says Marco, I'm like, what? Question mark. All right, guys. Well, check out, there's going to be some new merch on IamBeowulf.com. Check out the Amazon store, amazon.com/shop/IamBeowulf. Be driven to win. Have an awesome weekend. I'll probably do a live stream on Monday. So I'll see you guys on Monday, but there's going to be a bunch of videos coming out this weekend too. So I'll see you guys the next one. Peace out, Beowulf Nation.